We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
Guys, the movie was amazing.
Oh my gosh, you loved it that much, you're warm.
I'm actually warm. It was like all the virtual running that I did in this film.
Yes,
We're kidding. You've seen the movie. I have not seen the movie. So tell me how epic it is.
Epic is the word.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah, and this is the 6th Jurassic Park movie, and it's the first where all of us are in it together.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's not epic, like, what is?
Scale of 1 to 100. Epicness.
Oh, it's in the high hundreds. It's a triple digits.
That's-
On only just to 100? Yeah, 160.
That's pretty good.
No, it is. It's the scope is unlike anything you've ever seen in one of these films. I mean, you'll see, as the rest of the world is seeing at the same time, and God willing, in theaters, it's massive. And you've got Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill and Laura Dern all back. You've got a bunch of amazing new characters. You've got Claire and Owen and dinosaurs you've never seen before. And truly, Colin has done just a masterful job. It does truly feel like this franchise has been not just 65 million years in the making, but 65 million and 30 years in the making.
Okay, we're done. That was it. That was great. Yeah. That was perfect. But honestly, for all of you to have that legacy cast on set, can you talk about the first day? I'm assuming there was a moment where you were all together on set. Don't want spoilers. But what was that moment like?
All right, so my first day on set was with Sam and Laura. And
Heard of them.
yeah, Sam and Laura.
Familiar.
And I just remember being on this helicopter and looking at them, and Sam's wearing his iconic hat, and Laura's there, and I'm just like, what am I doing here? Like, this is it was so nerve-wracking, but they're so wonderfully open and like just generous. It was exciting. Yeah.
You started working with them early.
First, yeah.
Yeah, by the time I was working with them, I'd already lived with them for 3 months. So
Hotel, because you were all in the hotel together.
we were all in the hotel together. So by that point, it's like it's working with your friends.
Okay, so I need to know what happened at the hotel. Did you guys get up to shenanigans? Was it like
We did we lived at the hotel. We made meals together.
Great meals.
Great
over here.
meals. We made some
Incredible.
really-
DeWanda
What
and
the-
her husband, Alana Miller, was there, and he was the most amazing
Yeah.
host and
Yeah.
kind of captain of the entire
We were both
place.
RAs, and it showed.
We were both RAs.
You were those
Both
guys?
resident assistants
Yeah.
at our respective
You
places.
know, the truth is that a lot of us had our families with us, and so there were a lot of young kids around. So the shenanigans were very innocent and fun
Yeah.
and like family-like, familial. We all, like DeWanda said, we were all eating together, we were all hanging out together.
Frisbee.
You would play Frisbee on the weekends. It was something that was really special and we treasure, and there wasn't drama, which was incredible,
Yeah.
Yeah, we decided everything surrounding was dramatic enough, so we were good.
Well, I liked how everyone was
I think
very
we all agreed.
respectful of my Frisbee time because it's directing a movie of this size is a challenge, and there was just this 1 hour every Sunday. Everyone knew from 1 to 2, Colin gets to play Frisbee.
Yeah.
That's the
Are
only
you
time that
kidding?
he gets
That's
to breathe.
That's your
That's
release
what I would do.
from
It was-
directing the most epic movie of all time.
One
I
hour.
want to ask you, I know that you shared a photo with Steven Spielberg with the legacy cast on set. He got emotional. You watched Jurassic Park, you snuck out of your house as a 13-year-old, watched a midnight showing. This must be you've dreamt about this, and you've said that making a movie, you make the movie you want to see as a kid. So how did you go about doing that, and do you think you accomplished it?
Well, in a lot of ways, this was the movie that I've been trying to earn for 8 years. We made these 2 other movies to build up just to the possibility for this movie to exist. And the fact that we got to have characters that you now know and care about in Bryce and Chris, new characters that you're just meeting, and then these icons that we have to stand alongside, that I have to speak to with both tremendous respect, and yet also we're making a movie, so I have to find this balance in between it. I think all of us had a similar set of feelings where there were times when I would walk into this group and just look around. It's like icon, 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 me, icon, icon. And yet at a certain point, you just have to, focus up and try to make something extremely entertaining.
I remember the first Jurassic Park, there's the banner that falls over the T-Rex that says dinosaurs rule the earth. Is this the full circle now moment from that where dinosaurs, it's now flipped in a sense? Do you feel that that's sort of the vibe and the tone of this film?
Yeah, well, that shot posed a question to me that I think that we followed through, that if this technology created a scenario where we had to share the earth with dinosaurs, is it possible that we could go extinct and they would get to have the earth back? And there was something really just holistic and huge in that idea that if we don't take care of the planet we're on, maybe our time's up now and they get it back.
I have my theories about how it's going to all end. I can't wait to see it and find out if I'm right or not. The two of you, I asked the Legacy cast this already, their favorite moments of each other when they watch back the films. I want to know each of your favorite moments of each other from the previous films or including this film, if you can tell us something without spoilers.
I love Chris on a motorcycle,
I love Chris on a motorcycle too, and I haven't even seen the film yet, but from the trailers, it
surrounded
looks
by
epic.
raptors. Not in real life, though. Do not ride motorcycles in real life. Just don't.
Lobster
But in a
raptors
movie,
aren't real in
it's
real
great.
Yeah, that's a good moment. I got to say, watching the evolution of Claire, that character that Bryce plays so beautifully, it's really an amazing arc from first movie, second movie to third movie, and to see now in this third movie some straight up action hero
Yes.
badassness coming from you as you're like running across rooftops in Malta, jumping from roof to roof,
Sarah.
using like using a taser to blast somebody and like outrunning dinosaurs. It's Claire's come a long way.
And can you speak to that a little bit? Because this film is obviously, this is a very different film in the sense that we're finally out of the jungle. Do you feel like this is like the James Bond of Jurassic? Like it almost feels like that worldwide. Did it feel very different for you as actors this time around?
Yeah, of course. I mean, what feels more different than anything is that we're really off the island, like really, really off the island. And whereas in previous Jurassic films, it's so, the island is so central to the narrative. And in Fallen Kingdom, he blew up the island, this guy here. And so now, dinosaurs are everywhere. And you get to see some really kind of extraordinary, arresting visuals that you've never seen before. Wow. Dinosaurs in snow. Like there is that whole sequence in Malta. Like it's really, really, really thrilling to imagine, what if dinosaurs were absolutely everywhere around the entire planet.
Wow. And it truly is epic in scope, not just from the locations that we shot, and they shot all around. I mean, how many continents? 4 different continents or something like that? And so it does have that feeling that you would get from a Bond movie or something. It's truly global. And the set pieces that were built each and every day, we'd spend maybe anywhere from 2 days to maybe a week or more on some of these sets. And the sets themselves, it was like you were inside of a theme park. Truly, as John Hammond said, we spared no expense. This is a big, big, expensive movie, and you can feel it when you see every frame of the. When I saw the film, I looked over to the guy next to me. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
You can use expletives. It's fine.
I can. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Every new set, you're just like, "What in the actual?" Like this movie is,
He did it, yes.
sorry, it just feels huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it is. It is massive.
Yeah.
Dewanda and Mamadou, new characters coming into this. What can you tell us about each of who you play?
Well, yeah, I play this biased executive, Ramsey Cole, highly driven, highly motivated, and I was telling Colin earlier, I wish I could be like him in real life. Just this hyper-focused, mission-oriented guy that just has his eye on the ball every time.
Is it true that Colin saw one of your movies and approached you? Like, did you get a phone call going, "Hey, do you want to be in Jurassic World?" And what is it like getting that phone call?
Kind of, pretty much, yeah. It's so crazy. So crazy. What the man?
Oh, we're doing this now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're committed.
Cat's out of the bag.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
The guy has taste.
No,
Yeah.
it's an incredible honor. And I at that time, I'd only seen his first feature, and I was like, oh, I got to work with this guy. And we had such a great conversation, and it was very much about collaboration first and foremost, which really meant a lot to me and told me a lot about the filmmaking process, and that lived up to its promise. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Colin kind of spoiled us actually in the process because I know this isn't how it's supposed to go. Like, I know that we had essentially like a 2-week, basically my quarantine was like a workshop. We just workshopped it. We were like, on the phone or like on email or on Zoom or whatever, just kind of like refining her and filling the backstory into the feature and into the costume and into the dialogue. And, it was really this kind of indie, really.
Yeah.
It was like a very independent film experience. Like I actually don't know what it feels like yet to work on my first blockbuster because all the infrastructure of everything was just like, I know my crew members' names, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's very special, super intimate, and still surreal. Kayla is the best.
Yeah, but say a little bit about your character.
Kayla's
Say a
the
little
best.
bit about the character. What's the deal with Kayla?
The deal with
Kayla
Kayla. Kayla Watts is former U.S. Air Force. So she has like this wonderful kind of thread with Owen and that former like military background. And when you first meet her, it's very clear she's like absolutely fine, and not only fine, but like super happy on her own. So she's a voyeur, she's an adventurer, she's super scrappy, she's like early career Harrison Ford, and I love her so much.
Wow. Did you get a hat too?
Did I get a hat? No, I got gloves.
Oh, yes, you did.
Colin, I know two of the things that make Jurassic World, I think, work is that you care as much about the people and the actors because they become national treasures as you do the dinosaurs. But I know you've been saving up some of the dinosaurs for this particular film. How did you choose, and why did you want to save them for this film?
Well, it probably the best part of my job is that I get to be in a little sandbox and whichever dinosaurs and I'm playing with them at the time, I get to put those in the movie. And so I also have to keep some of them in the corner of the sandbox and make sure to save them. And we saved for this movie some of my favorites. We saved dinosaurs with feathers, Giganotosaurus, which is the largest land-based carnivore. What's the line again? She says it in the movie. I love that her character.
Largest carnivore the world has ever seen.
She is the one who actually has the dinosaur knowledge in the movie and just knows everything about all of them. And it's that part is a blast. Realizing them, making these incredible animatronics, so all of the resources that we were given on this movie to just make it something that felt just real and tactile and authentic. I'm so proud of that part. I can't speak to its quality. I have to let them do that. I just lay the film at your feet and ask you. Hopefully, you will enjoy it. But the craftsmanship behind it is extraordinary. Yeah.
I just have one last question. Do you guys, because every time I see a film or think about interviewing you guys, the song is stuck in my head constantly. Do you guys have the same thing when you're on set and filming?
Oh, all the time.
It's a dinosaur. That's the thing that goes on in my head.
If Jeff
Those are the
Goldblum's
lyrics.
not actually singing it at the time.
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
often.
Yep.
Can
Yeah.
we do it all together to go
Yeah.
out?
Sure.
Yeah.
All of
I'm
it.
still going.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Can't
Thank
wait
you
to
so
see
much.
it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.